Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up, and welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing Attachments by Rowell. And this is Rowell's actually debut novel. I did not realize that. I just found that out recently, which I don't know why that surprised me, but it did. But this is her very first book. This isn't the first book I've read by her. I've read Landline, Fangirl, and Eleanor Park, but it's been over a year since I've read a Rowell book, I've missed her writing so much. She's such a great writer, and oh my gosh, I love this book so much. It's literally the cutest thing in the world. Oh my gosh, I get all the feels from reading this book, and I read it so quickly. Like, I just never wanted to put this book down. Like, I would be at school, and I would be reading, and I would just be like, you know, who cares about education? Let's just keep reading, because this is the cutest thing in the world. And, like, these chapters are so short. This is such a quick and easy book to read. This is such a great contemporary. I highly recommend it. But if you don't know what this book is about, this book is about a 28-year-old guy named Lincoln, and he is living with his mom, and he just got this job at this journalism place where he is basically like a computer security guy, I guess, in a way, where this journalism place just got computers and email. This takes place in the late 1990s, 1999, and so email is becoming popular around this time, you know, and this newspaper place really doesn't know, like, how email works, so they hire Lincoln for him to read everyone's emails, and if they're talking about, like, bad stuff or something inappropriate, he has to send them a warning, and so that's basically his job. And so he stumbles across these two co-workers, Bess and Jennifer, who are emailing each other, and they're saying curse words, or they're talking about, like, non-business stuff, and Lincoln's like, you know, I should totally send them a warning, but guess who's not going to? Me, because he gets so captivated by their stories and loves to read their emails, and before he knows it, he's falling in love with the girl Bess, and it's just super cute. I highly recommend this book. This was everything I needed right now. Like, I've been reading so many books lately that have just been tearing my heart into shreds, and this book just filled my heart with joy, and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars on GOODREADS. I highly recommend it. So that's all I have to say for non-spoilers. If you haven't read this book yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I will leave right now. So bye, non-spoiler people. Okay. So attachments, where do I even begin? This book was just so adorable, okay? I just want to talk about how cute it was because it was so great. And something I loved about this book was that it mainly focused on, like, Lincoln and him discovering himself. This is one of those discovering yourself contemporary type of books, and it really focused on him more than Bess and Lincoln, which, I mean, I was fine with that and all, but, like, at the same time, I was like, okay, but when are Bess and Lincoln gonna meet each other? Like, I'm waiting. Oh my gosh, literally, I hate it in contemporaries when, you know, you are waiting for the main character and the love interest to get together, you know, and you're just waiting. Like, 100 pages goes by, nothing's happened. 200 pages goes by, nothing happened, and then you get to, like, the last 3 chapters, and then they get together, and you're just like, really? Like, why did I have to wait so long? And that's exactly what happened in this book. I'm sorry, I feel like there's something in my eye, and it's really annoying me. Okay. But that's exactly what happened in this. I feel like that happens all the time in Rowell books, and I'm just like, why do you do this? I hate it when authors do that. Like, really? Like, why do you have me waiting so long? Because, you know, you want to see them be together, be all cute, but then the book's over, and it's like, what? And that's exactly what happened with this. They literally, like, finally talked to each other in the last 2 chapters, and I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was happy that they finally met, but I was like, this should have happened sooner. It should have happened sooner, but, you know, it's whatever, you know, it happened. I don't care. I'm just glad they got together, but, I loved Lincoln. Oh my gosh, he grew so much. Like, I treated him like my kid. I was like, wow, look at him go, renting his own apartment. I got lipstick on my finger. I am sorry. I'm such a mess right now. But, oh my gosh, when he started renting Doris's apartment, I was like, look at my son go. And I was really happy for him. Like, he started going to the gym, he was hanging out with friends, he got the apartment, and he was taking everything one step at a time. And I was like, wow, look at him being such an adult though. I am so proud right now. I felt like a proud mom, honestly. And oh my gosh, Bess and Jennifer, yes, their emails, I have literally never laughed so hard before in my life. They're so funny. Oh, I love them. Their emails were so great. I love this concept of, like, you would think usually in contemporaries you just get to see from one person, but we got to see the emails and Lincoln and just, oh, it's great. But oh my gosh, I was so sad when Jennifer had the miscarriage. And oh, what makes it even worse is that I predicted that was going to happen. When Jennifer said that she was like feeling all weird and was like, oh, you know, this process has been so easy and something bad is just going to happen. Like, I just know it. I was like, oh no, she's gonna lose the baby. And then she did. And I was like, why do I have to be right? Like, I always feel like whenever I make theories that have to deal with terrible stuff, they always come true. I'm just like, what? Why does this happen? But I felt so bad. But then it was really nice when she had the flat tire and Lincoln was there and he helped her out and gave her his McDonald's French fries. I was like, what a guy. What a guy right there. Lincoln is such a nice person. He is. And literally, he did not deserve Sam. I hated reading the sections about Sam. Oh, their relationship was so unhealthy. I was like, I mean, I think they loved each other and all, but I'm so glad that was over with. But when he saw Sam in the Blockbuster, I wanted to leave. I just wanted to, like, throw my book across the room. I was like, no, this ain't happening. But I knew she was gonna show up. Like, that's what always happens in contemporary books, you know? Like, the main character has his, like, ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, and they always talk about how bad their relationship was, and then 50 pages later, that ex-boyfriend or girlfriend shows up, and it's not a shock. That's just what happens in contemporary books. And so, I knew Sam was coming. I also thought Sam would, like, show up and try to win back Lincoln, but that actually didn't happen, which was really surprising. She was just talking about how she has this husband from Dublin and kids, and I was like, you know, I actually don't care about this. You know that, right? I just wanted to, like, skip that section and be like, I don't care. Where's my Bess and Lincoln meeting each other? Where's some more emails? I don't care about Sam. And then Chris reminded me way too much of what's the guy in Lola, the boy next door, Max? I think his name is Max. Oh my gosh, they could literally be brothers, literally. Like, their relationship was really unhealthy, and I feel like they never broke up until they did, because they had been together for so long, and you know, it's one of those type of relationships where you're just used to being together, like, you live together, it feels like you're already married, but it was so stupid when Chris, of all the times he could have told her that he was never going to marry her, he told her at his sister's wedding. Why do I keep getting lipstick on myself? But, what? Out of all the places, her sister's wedding? What? Who does that? That was the most stupidest thing I have ever read, and I felt so bad for Bess, but I was like, guess what's coming for you? Lincoln, you're gonna get your cute guy, which I loved it how she just claimed him as my cute guy. Like, she already had the boyfriend, but she's like, oh, that's my cute guy. And I was like, wow, this is actually sounding like a hoish thing, but I'm approving of this because I want you and the cute guy to get together. But man, I hated Chris, I hated Sam, and I'm just glad they're gone. And I'm so glad Bess and Lincoln are together, even though it took like 50 years. And how it happened wasn't exactly how I imagined it. Like, they were in the movie theater and then they started making out, and I was like, well, okay, that's happening. alright then. But then they had the talk, and you know, this whole situation is super weird because he's been reading her emails and he like knows everything about her, but she knows like nothing about him. And yes, it was cute and all, and I'm glad they had a discussion, but one, I wish their conversation would have been longer. I feel like there needed to be more explaining. And two, it was so unrealistic. Like, this book would never happen in real life. Like, no way. This would never happen. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is cute and all. But, this could never happen in real life. Because if it did, like, they wouldn't end up together. No, if this happened to me, I would not end up with that dude. Because he was reading my emails. I would not allow it. But, I'm glad they're together, obviously. And, man, it was so short, though. Like, we only got that little chapter at the end with them, with her meeting his mom, and how did it even go? They were in the bed together and everything, and yeah, it was cute and all, but it was, their love was so short-lasted. I just wanted to keep going. I wanted to see them actually be together. But then it ended. That's what happens with Rowell books, you know? It finally happens, you know? Like, your couple gets together and it's great, but then, bam, the book ends and it's like, but why? Ah, man. But this was a really good book, though. This was a really good book. This was super cute. I'm just really glad that Beth and Lincoln got together because, let's be real here, I almost thought for a second that they were never going to meet each other. I was like, this book is going to end with them never not meeting, and I'm going to die. But they did meet, and I'm really glad they did. And overall, this book was super duper adorable. So those are all my thoughts and feels on attachments. I hope you all enjoyed this book talk. And I am Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video soon. So I will see you then. So, bye!